And I know this one, since we were talking before, this one's going to be one to talk about for a lot.
You look like $1 million person.
Tonight is going to be a transformational night. Let's go! What's going on, everyone? Thank you, Claudia.
It's all about growth. It's all about action, commitment, and community. So with that, I'm going to start with our great presenter of the night, which is Omar Retamar. Roll, 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 drum, drum, drum.
I'm super excited. Tonight is going to be a transformational night. I think all trainings are special. We have had countless trainings since we started the year. They've all been very special. And I know this one, since we were talking before, this one's going to be one to talk about for a lot. It's going to help many of us. So thank you, Claudia, for always bringing that energy, always being so excited, lighting it up with your smile, which is so needed now. And especially, I see people connecting. Anybody who's connecting, and if you can, turn on your camera. I want to see your smile. I want to delight myself in your smile. The reason is this specific training is going to be talked about in September live on a network marketing event where big leaders and top leaders are going to be getting this. So you guys are getting it ahead of time and stuff. So, but this training is going to be very, very fun tonight. I feel like Terry Crews in the movie Blended. Adults only. So let's get ready to bring this on tonight. I know for sure that a lot of here you might understand. If not, I want to know the hands. Who understands the Thompson rule? Who knows what the Thompson rule is? Raise your hands. Okay. Fair enough. So the Thompson rule, I have to start with this so you can understand the training down the road. The Thompson rule indicates, from Larry Thompson, one of the biggest leaders in network marketing for like last 30 years or 40 something. They say, and they haven't failed, that every organization, every business, every team is going to have people that are going to be 85 percenters. They're going to have groups that are going to be 15 percenters, and you're going to have groups that are going to be 5 percenters. How do they divide these? 85 percenters are people who just want to be part of your community, and they want to make $0 to $50. They're okay with just being a part of a community. And guess what? That's why it's 85%. Most people are going to be okay being part of a community. What makes a community stand out? Culture. We're going to touch into that soon. The next 15 are people who want to make 2,000 to 5,000 or even a little more in between. Then the 5 percenters, which are the people on here tonight, is who want to make a living out of this, who want to make it big, who want to make the big numbers, not just for the money, but for the freedom and the legacy that we can leave to our families. So that being said, we're closing the Thompson rule so you can understand where I'm going with this, right? Now, it's very important, not only for our duplication process, but it's also important for your prospecting. If you understand where you're at, how comfortable you feel with your onboarding system, you're gonna be focused on prospecting up. And that helps you in your mindset. If you're a person, you think you're a 3 or a 4, you're gonna prospect people who are 2 and 1. If you think you're a 9, you're gonna prospect people 8, 9, or even 10. So that brings help. It's a lot of involvement because duplication starts from the moment we prospect people and we bring them on board. Now, and honestly, what I want is for everybody on here to be able to recruit up, not recruiting down. It happens. We all get into like little slums and moods, but we're going to be fixing that. And tonight, we're going to fix that. Right. So let's begin with some common mistakes first. I'm going to touch on some common mistakes that I've done. Many people are guilty of. I am guilty of. Then at the end, I'm going to show you a little bit of how to fix it. And maybe if you're making these mistakes, you can share with us. It's okay. If you're making them, don't feel bad, because these people that have huge organizations of tens of 20,000 or more, they're making it as well. This is why we want to fix this little issues. All right. Mistake number 1 is that many people, including myself, make the terrible mistake of onboarding by feeding their people through a fire hose. Take those. You want to take notes? Feeding their people through a fire hose. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but let me break it down a little bit. So when you bring somebody on board, you want to tell them from A to Z what they have to know, all the ingredients of the products, and every scientist on the team, and all the founders, in every single training. We have 74 trainings just on the guide one, and you're blowing them up. And what you're doing is you're drowning them. So what's happening there is people are feeling overwhelmed, and then they blame it on network marketing. Network marketing doesn't work. These people, this is a scam. And then the culture comes down a little bit because there wasn't an initial process to bring people on the system correctly. Okay, so the first mistake is we feed people from a fire hose. And yes, I've done that. All right. Why? We aren't here tonight. We've been trained by Dave Daughtry, Kevin Moore, Cindy, Elias. We've been trained by people who are advanced in network marketing. Dave Daughtry is the 8-figure earner. So you guys out here tonight are already ahead of most people out there, to be honest. So when we bring people on, we think they have to know what we know. And that's a big no-no. They do not need to know what we know. All they need to know is how to get started and the basics. We're going to get there. All right. So they're coming into your business already overwhelmed. They feel like, okay, we're going to get started. Okay. So you look at it, maybe by day 67, I'll be able to get started. We don't want that. Well, we are here tonight to show us and everybody how we can simplify the process for everyone who comes in, whether they want to do it online or, face-to-face, in person, however they want to do it. You have the right steps to give them so they can start doing something and take action, right? Now, a lot of the stuff that we're going to hear out here tonight is not something that should be tested. Let's see what happens. No. This is already proven. And people who are having the results have seen the difference in their teams, their growth, explosiveness, overall. So when we're bringing people, we forget that we have learned an unbelievable amount of things throughout. I mean, I started when INT was INT, then it was Sen, and then I started meeting, Dave. I started seeing things from Ray. I started seeing things from out there, from different trainers. And your mind expands to a point where like, whoa. So I made a mistake of when I was onboarding people, I thought they had to learn at my pace. And not that I'm better than anybody. I'm not ahead of no one. We just learn at a different pace because we're hungry. You see, this is why the 5%ers are people you will give them some steps, and people will paint their face blue and as Braveheart, and they'll make a freedom speech, because the 5%ers are the ones who are going to take action, and they're going to make anything happen. But that's not everybody. Now, what we need to do is connect to them by understanding what our culture involves. Our culture involves accepting everyone, no matter what their level of desire is. So if somebody wants to join your business and all they do is they want to consume the product, amen. You're welcome here. We love on you. We're going to share some stuff. I'll share some stuff. I'm going to spend some time with you. Maybe not all the time, but I will show the love. I will show the empathy, because guess what? You're getting paid for them. They're a customer. You're still getting paid for them. They're a human being. Behind that ID code, behind that purchase is a person. So we need to be empathic leaders and love on them regardless of the level of desire, and regardless, taking our mind out of a transactional. We have to stop thinking transactional. People are not bored. People are not burnt out because of the industry of network marketing. People are burned by network marketers, because people out there, sadly, in other companies and everywhere, they don't know how to treat people. They lack some people skills. They lack, being able to connect with people and understand, hey, I respect you and I love you, whether you buy a toothpaste or whether you buy a transformation kit or whether you buy just one product. I respect and I love you and I value you no matter what. Because guess what? You trusted me and you did business with me. So we have to understand that about the culture. All right. So culture, in my opinion, and the person who was giving this training as well, is by far the biggest thing in network marketing. People do not join your team because of your name, because of your rank. People join their team. They join community. And they join you because of who you are. They connected with you. If they accept you, they connect with you, they buy from you, and they say they want to be part of your community. You know what, Claudia, you're awesome. You're always energetic. And I see you posting all the exercise stuff. That's contagious. I want to be in your team. People are like that. So when they join us, they join us because of the culture. What culture are we giving people? We're giving people that we're happy people. We're building a serious business, but we're not, oh no, it's just entrepreneurs only. We're serious about building a business. No, you know what? I've heard people, and this last week, we gave a presentation, Dave and I, to a recruiter that recruits doctors and nurses. Very, like, he felt like he was flying low and all that. And he didn't join, okay. But why are you giving me your number? Why are you hopping on a Zoom call with me if you are like, oh, I have a, IT, information technology masters, and I've recruited so many doctors. I have, and I'm like, I let him talk. I let him, just spit everything out. I didn't tell him at the moment, although they told me you should have just dropped it after that. Because I was going to say, why are we here? You have all these titles. That's great. I respect that, but why are we here? Why are we having this conversation? It's because you're looking for something, right? So what I'm trying to say is people are going to try to come and flatter you with their, oh my God, I got more degrees than a thermometer. I'm a barber from trade. I finished high school late, but guess what? I was able to connect you. And you're here now. You were there watching me and hearing me out, and we gave you the presentation. So don't let people out there try to flatter you with anything, but have empathy towards them. And they will join you. And I know he didn't say it. We text back. And he did admit that I kind of like scared him. I said, why? He did admit it, but okay, because I kind of brought him down. All right, hey, now we're at the same level. Don't come with that, I'm a big guy, I'm IT, technology stuff, whatever. All right, and I'm over here, little guy, little me, little hands, No, I had to bring him down to the level. Now we're talking. Now we're having a conversation. Anyhow, so that's the most important. Your culture, your posture is going to stand out, and people are going to connect with you on a different level, and they're going to respect you. So he didn't join. What did I tell him? I just told him that it's fine. This is not for everybody, although you didn't even get the whole details. You didn't let me finish. And IT is great. Everything you're doing is great. Keep going for it. But I know, and you can ask Dave, I know that people are hurting out there. And maybe in 5 years, things could change. And you're going to be looking for an opportunity to be free. It's not about making money. It's about being free. And you're not free. And thank you for your time. Man, I did a little mic drop on him. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate taking the time, to be here. We got to go because we got other people to connect with. But yeah, we'll catch up. I'll follow up with you tomorrow. Boom. That's it. And I was sweating over here like, but I let it go. Easy postured. And I followed up the next day. And he's talking about, it's a pyramid scheme. Like, what do you even mean by that? He never even replied that. Imagine that. He don't even know what he's saying. But anyways, getting back to this. So we need to understand that now the onboarding process, it's really, first off, onboarding is not a training system. Onboarding is understanding what people need to do in order to get started and what are the steps they need to take in order to get something running. We're going to get that there later, right? So they need to be plugged into how to enroll a customer, plugged into how to enroll a business partner. What do they need to get? The materials, the app, which website which be better, which page would be better, which groups. But it's not to go crazy putting them in all groups, because a lot of information is a lack of retention, and then these people are gonna go crazy. Because then you bring them all over, and I did this. I'm not throwing anything on anybody. I did this. I would connect people to, okay, you know what? Monday we got the Send group. This is the Dr. Emilio. This is the other group. These are the 4 WhatsApp chats you're gonna be in. This is the 2 for Facebook groups you're gonna be joining. Here's the 4Life app. By back then was the 4Life Connect too. Oh, download this one too. They were like, so analysis creates paralysis. All right, you ready to take action? They were like, nah. They were scared. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? So I made all these mistakes. I'm not. Now you plug them into the materials, and then you'll be adding to that as you go, and they start building their business. Okay, so next is all right. We spoke about not feeding them through the fire hose. So the next thing is, me in my case, let's try not to reinvent anything if we have already the stuff. I had a challenge. I was trying to penetrate the English market. We did not have any tools in English. We didn't have presentations in English. We didn't have a system, a follow-up. This is where I created the group about 3 years ago and never even talked about it. So now that people are bringing people on, like Jose, I see Marisa bringing, Claudia bringing people, Betty, people that are bringing people. With this, you're going to be able to implement the Indie Group very simple, how to get them started, where to tag them, get started. This is step 1, the basics. You downloaded your app. Okay, this is your ID. Here's how to create a link. The very simple basics. All you do is guide them through. Now, there's a job to do as a leader, because one of the biggest mistakes I had done is I was doing everything for other people. So I had a lady in Connecticut. She's no longer in my business, in my team. She jumped over to a cross line. We're not going to talk about that. She wanted me, and at the beginning, I was okay with it. I was doing everything for her, and she's complaining, oh, these people, they don't know how to do anything. Like, yeah, that's why you're the leader. You have to guide them. Literally, people who come on new, especially now with all this revolution happening with the reels, TikToks, you're probably getting people from all walks of life that have no clue about the industry, no clue about network marketing, let alone doing on social media. So you have to be patient. You literally have to grab them by the hand, guide them in the first steps, and let them know this is what to do. Follow through. When you're done, reach back to me, or you get back to them, because honestly, sometimes they don't even get back to you. So, all right, let's get this. By the way, in the group that that we're talking, it's called Chosen. This name is going to be changed. I was talking to Jose about that. We're going to be bringing it up on another topic. You let people know from the get-go when you bring them in. By the way, this group is awesome, but this is like Harvard University. You got all 4 years in one place. So what I need you to understand is that this is a reference library, not a training system for you to hit it and try to go at it and learn it all. Don't learn it all. Go as you go, take action, review it, come back to the next. Because if not, you're going to kill them. And I did that mistakenly. I brought people in and I would take them to the group. I'm like, you know what? Start with guide 1, go through there. And when you're done, just get back to me. They never got back to me or back to the group. They left because I killed them. Now, I'm talking to you based on experience, and I don't feel bad saying it now, because I can look it back and say, I can laugh at myself. Like, I've made so many mistakes, but we learn off these mistakes. And if I've learned, I can show others so others can walk the path and not fall through these, small cracks. All right. So the next thing is, you spoon feed them one step at a time. You let them know, hey, look, I tagged you on this link, on this video post, whatever. Now take it from there. If you hit a snag, please reach out to me. I'll be glad to guide you through. But if you know what to do next, okay, follow, just ask me. Don't stay there, and don't feel like you understand it all. and you know what you're doing. Because sometimes we feel like they do, but they don't really do. Especially if you're first timer, some people don't even know what Facebook, like you tell people, hey, you gotta have your profile private public. And they're like, what? Well, what is that? Public? How do you do that? I've had people like that. And they're not, we're not talking about 70, 80-year-old people. No, normal people like us, maybe in their mid 30s and stuff, but they still don't understand how to use social media. So we have to be very, very, very patient when we're bringing people on board. And understand there's a concept called many not even make mistake. The new customer just, yep, that's right. Now, there's a concept called the peanut butter and jelly concept. It's a story behind it, which literally you literally tell the person, because there was a student in a college, and they were saying, okay, so the teacher says, hey, take out the peanut butter and put it on top of the bread, as in take the peanut butter and jelly and put it on top of the bread to make a peanut butter and sandwich. But he only explained that, and the person literally opened the can and put it on top of the bread. But what he was referring to is take the butter and the peanut butter, take a knife, dip it in, and spread it on the bread. So we have to be very detailed with people, specific, so they know, they understand what to do, what's the next following step, and what they're going to be doing continuously. All right. So, okay, I mentioned mistake number 2. Mistake number 3. Not making your system simple enough. It's like the KISS formula. You guys know what the KISS formula is? Right. Dave says, keep it stupid simple. That's literally what we have to do with people when onboarding. Avoid having a new person going through so many hoops and trainings, 37 guides, taking action until day 64, and then finally say, okay, you're ready to get started. This kills people and they hate it, but sometimes they won't tell you because they like you. So you got to be very careful. Your leadership is already influencing them, and they probably won't even tell you because they respect you and they like you. And they're like, I don't want to, mess it up, but I don't feel comfortable here, or I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm just overwhelmed. It's going to happen. Okay. So avoid having that. What we really need to do is understand it's not a training center, okay? And it's what we need to know to get the basics down, just enough to get them started. So the next best step. All right, you got this done? So the next best step is, so for example, in the chosen group, if you start on guide 1, it's going to tell you, welcome you. Jennifer welcomes you and tells you to, post a video. That's the BMOs. We're going to talk about that later. I'm going to be fixing those guides as well. But very simple stuff. Once you go through these videos, you start tagging your peeps on it, and they're going to start taking action because they feel that you're talking to them. I wanted to do this, honestly, because I feel that as business people, we deserve more freedom. If you're having 3, 4 meetings already during the day, and you have to take out an extra hour or 2 hours to explain people what to do in the basics, I doubt we're going to enjoy freedom, like to that extent. And there's nothing wrong with serving, but if we can just show people the simple basics through simple steps and guides, I think it'll help us as entrepreneurs, as leaders, as mentors, to guide them and have them into simple actions. Because at the end of the day, you want to have a lot of people doing a little so they can stay in constant action. Now, that action must create some type of results. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're not just going to throw you out there and blatantly pray for the social media gods and make it. What I really want is everybody to be able to duplicate like crazy. I wish, I don't even, it's not about me. It's not about me making it. Look, if one thing I said, and I said this yesterday at another meeting, I'll say it here. There's no point of me winning if my team isn't winning. So if I got, let's say I got five leaders that are trying to make it happen. I can have all the customers. I got 5 leaders or 3 or 2 that are trying to make it happen. If I'm scaling up and I'm reaching the ranks and they're at the same place, I'm really not thinking about them. I'm not doing such a great job as a leader, because if I do so, they will grow. And it's a byproduct of that. If they grow, I'm going to grow. So if I take somebody to builder elite or to diamond, I'm going to be close to diamond elite. So it's when you take yourself out of the way, like that book, ego is the enemy. Yeah, ego is not your amigo. You have to take it out of the way, and you have to be able to be willing to serve others. All right. So another mistake I see is that we're overtraining peeps. And this, I killed so many people from prospecting to follow up to closing. Like I was telling them stuff, they don't even need to hear it right now. You need to know what to post if you want to do it on social media to create engagement so you can have more conversations. And I'm going to support those so we can go in to show their business. So too many trainings, incentives. We got a challenge happening right now. A lot of things going on. Our job as a leader is to simplify the best. So if you got a person coming in and you're telling them, no, you got to go to this page. Oh my God, we got the challenge over here. We got the products here. Oh, you got to join this Facebook group. Check out this chat. Oh, wait a second. I got to show you about closing. I got to show you about follow-ups. We're going to overtrain them. Now, there's people like us. We might eat these pages. I want to know, to tell me more. But in reality, we're hurting ourselves in duplication. Because the faster you get somebody to take action, the faster they're going to feel they're going to do it on themselves. Is like Dave says, involvement. Wait, how you say it? Yeah, involvement creates commitment, correct? Something like that. So if you get them involved in doing something, they're going to be more committed to take the action by themselves. And guess what? Now you're duplicated. Now you're going to train whenever you can. And now you train them down the road, and you have time to actually do some more. Spread out, reach out to people, do the follow-ups, have more people on your team, grow. The best thing you could do for your team is grow another one. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but I'm going to bring it as it is, because I saw people on that training, that people that are making, and people from our company. There's people from our company that were on that training. I was telling Claudia before we started, top leaders that miss out on this. So you fall in love with your big model, with your leg, and you drive it down, which, by the way, you never stop that. You drive that leg, that's called tap rooting. Go down 10, 15, 20 levels, keep going. That leg ain't going nowhere. As long as you work for depth. Now, open wide also, open width, and also build deep. Now, in short, wait, let me see if I missed out on something. Okay, so when you have Zooms, it's like Dave, right? He picks out people. People are going to fall in love with the cultures I was mentioning. Dave, for example, I don't know if everybody on here has been on the meetings. I haven't been on all meetings, but sometimes Mentor Mondays or during the day, he'll randomly pick somebody, and he'll start chatting. He'll go back and forth with that person. They'll laugh. You make a whole different environment, so it's not just about business. Guess the person starts feeling like, I like this community. These people make me laugh. They make me feel comfortable. They lift me up. And at the end, I'm going to show you the Lego rule. Dave applies it, but I just added the acronym. So we're going to talk about that later. All right. So in short, keep it simple. Keep it very easy. Make people feel part of a community, not just strictly about business only zone, and make people feel welcome. I don't care what your level of desire is. You don't want to make no money. That's fine. You just want to be part of us. That's fine. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to be on you. I'm going to bring you on. I'm not going to forget about you, because I'm not going to seed you with dollar signs. See, that's where empathic leadership is. And in onboarding, we need to become that empathic leader. We can't just talk about it. It's easy to talk about it in theory. Oh yeah, it sounds nice, but there's people who just bring people on and may the force be with you, and you figure it out. Hey, I brought you to this group. There's like 20 guides in there, videos. Check them out and let me know. No, guide them. Guide them. It's our responsibility. We brought them into the business. It's our responsibilities as leaders to guide them literally by the hand, literally walk them step by step until they feel free. It's like a baby. When a baby starts giving its first steps, right? Oh, he's falling, and you kind of grab him a little bit, and then he gives 2 steps. Next thing you know, until he starts walking. It's probably not the best example, but that's exactly how it is. They start walking by themselves. And then you're going to have leaders. Because at the end of the day, yes, most of our business a lot of customers will contribute to our business, but you do want to duplicate leaders. All right. So that said, once you have the apps, the groups, the support number, the stuff to get started, now comes a DMO. Anybody knows what a DMO is? No? Cowinder, JT, Adriana? Okay, that's fine. I didn't know either. Daily method of operation. Write that down. DMO, daily method of operation. This is a daily action. This is not the intention to bring them to the last rank in the first days. All right. So it's a daily method of operation that's going to progressively bring them into the taking action to getting results, whatever that may mean. And finally, duplicate so they can show that to others. Because this is going to probably bite you back in the rear end, because if you teach it wrong, they're going to teach it wrong to others. All right. So what we want is something very simple. I have some examples here. You don't need to do exactly. Everybody could do whatever you feel. These are stuff that I've done, that people have done, and they work. So, for example, now when they got all that, you could do at least, I'm going to give you 3 out of these. All right. So the first one, I did this thing. You teach them is, all right, now you go do a post on your social media, say, oh my God, I did this thing. I'm so stoked or excited, or oh my God, what's happening? Join me tonight at 8 so you can find out the deets. I'm spilling the beans. You don't want to miss out on this. I am so excited. Boom. That's more like a attention grabbing, right? Like, what the heck just happened to this person? It started popping out with this. Number 2, reach out to people together. Here's where your leadership starts. Here's where your duplication starts. Because when that person says, what do I do? You remember what we did the first time, and then you reached out to people and you asked you, who did you know that might be open? Oh yeah, my Aunt Martha, my cousin Jay, whatever, Oh yeah, so now you're gonna do the same with that person. Who do you know that might be open to taking a look? If you show them exactly what it is. This is where the list starts. Anybody who ever had the book, like back then when the INT was INT, and then even sent with the guia, with the guide, this is something that's everywhere. Dexter Yeager had it. Yup. Dexter Yeager had it. People in Amway, it's the cycle, right? The momentum cycle. So you build a list to show the presentation, to follow up, right? So you continue with that. The list, invite, plan, and follow up. That's the cycle. That's universal. That's been in the industry since it's called an industry. So you sit with these people, you do the list with them. Who do you know? All right, let's empty out your cell phone. Let's look through your Facebook page and see who you got on there. Let's go through there, and we're gonna go together, not, hey, do the list and get back to me. We're not no drill sergeants in here. All right, Sonny, you're gonna go build that list, get back to me. No, you sit with them, literally hop on a Zoom. You're having a little drink. Hey, what's going on, man? How's your day? Talk to them about them. Let them be, the center of attention. And they're going to feel like, wow. One of the most powerful things we have and this is part of the Lego. I'm going to give you a little advance. It's the edification. Well, we're going to get there. So number 3, I had to derail a little bit. Number 3 is do a curiosity post. Get a hero product. Get a, I don't know, immune boost. Oh my God, I can't believe this actually activates your immune system in 2 hours. It has helped Claudia so much. I can't wait to get mine and try it for myself. You're not even showing the product, probably showing sideways or something. Curiosity post. People are gonna be like, what the heck is that? Oh, I haven't told you about this? Oh, we need to talk. Let's chat. I'll send you a link. I'll send you some information. Take a look at it. If you like it, we'll move from there. If not, no big deal. Always, always. The most powerful word you can have as a leader is a 2-letter word. If. If you want, you can go into that guide, check it out. If you want, we can reach out to to those people and give them the prep. If you want, I'll show you more. If that is the most powerful word you can use, because you're not forced. No, you need to learn this. You want to grow? If you're not prospecting 20 people a day, what are you here for? No, if it unarms people, because they're like, if you want to grow, this is what to do. But you're not going to tell them if you want to stay stagnant, that'll be a little cruel. You don't want to tell people that. You just let them know if you want to grow, if you want to go to the next step, here's what to do. Leadership language is going to change the game for everyone. And I'll tell you what, this might be shocking for some, maybe not for others. There were people on there with teams of 10,000 people on their teams, and they do not know how to use the word if. So they've been criticized because they're like managerial leaders. They think, they're like drill sergeants. If you're not giving people the freedom to choose, you kind of are being a drill sergeant. And that's not a good way to be looked at. Because then people like, oh my God, here comes so-and-so. No, I want to be able to walk into a room and people just light up when you walk into the room and you feel welcome, you feel the energy. I want people also to feel and live that. All right, so I know time is clicking. All right, so here's the big aha of all this. When you bring somebody new and they see they're doing something to help them build their business, that you're doing something to help them build their business, and they say, oh my God, this works. And they do it, they actually have engagement. Now you have conversations. Those conversations bring presentations to help them get results, and you help them make money in short time. They're not going nowhere. And now you have just found the biggest secret to duplication using empathic leadership. All right. And that's what Dave does. That's what I said. Involvement creates commitment. That's what Dave teaches all the time. So when I saw this, it might not sound right, but I was like, man, Dave teaches us for free. Y'all over here charging this. Now, yeah, we learned a lot of other stuff that we didn't get, but I that's what I am. I get to learn from everywhere and bring it in here. All right, so now they get into action. The action brings engagement. That brings comments on their post, which I'm going to show you something also. There's, out of everybody on here tonight, if we choose 5 people, 5 or 10 people out of here tonight, where you're going to go and practice the rule of Lego, and we're closing. I'm going to get you there now. I can assure you, I can almost guarantee your posts are going to get more views, your videos, and your posts are going to get more engagement. You're going to get more comments. You're going to get more people, more eyeballs on you, because we're going to be able to alter the algorithm. We want to mess around with the algorithm. We haven't done it enough. You know why we haven't grown in this meeting to the point where we could? Because we haven't done it right. This is me saying, if we choose 5 people or 10 from here tonight, where you want to go and practice the rule of Lego. What is Lego? You ready? Ready to write this down? Lego. L for love. Go love on people. And not just a heart and an emoji. No, 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 no. You see Claudia's post? She's working out like, whoa, that's what's up, or whatever. Put something that stands out. 5 of us go do that on her post, and then she returns that to each one of us. We're blowing up. People will not resist. Like, what are these people? Like, what the? This is why we haven't blown up. Now, E from Lego. I kind of gave it to you, but I'm going to give it to you again. Edification, edify, edify. Love, edify, edify, edify. That is our most powerful tool we can use right now. Edification. We lift people up. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about, no, I want that edification. No, edify others too. Edify others first. And that will come back to you. The G. It's not the G about the G, not the G. It's really G, giving. Giving. What do you give? You give your time. You give your value. You give, look, Dave does this on me, but he didn't even know I was creating an acronym with this, because he gives me an hour a week. We can find accountability partners. He's my accountability partner. He's literally checking on me. What are we doing? What do we got? You got a meeting? Let me see what's happening. He wants to see where my mind is, so I don't distract too much. I don't derail. He doesn't even need to do that. Where he's at, looking down here, almost 20 levels down. He don't need to. And then the O is helping overcome. And God is doing amazing things. God is putting little people like me in rooms where I'm supposed to be, but I never thought I was. And I thank God for that, because whatever I learned, I'm bringing it over here. I'm not staying with nothing. I can't. I will not sleep well if I stay with that. But that was love, edify, give, and overcome. How will you help them overcome their fears, their situations, their lack of action? Sometimes it's a mindset. Let me tell you something. Sometimes it's not skill or strategy that you have to teach people. Sometimes all you need to tell them is, I believe in you. You got this. Sometimes you need to switch it up. You don't even need to talk about, I've had meetings where I kind of notice these mindset issues, and I'm over here taking notes or giving them notes. I close the notebook. All right, you know what? We're not going to talk about strategic, strategy, skills. No. Let's talk about something deeper than that. Let's talk about you. Yep. Believe in them until they do. And guess what? One of the things that I learned also we can do, we talk about this industry being a lot of personal development. People out there, nurses, doctors, professionals, they have their development and their careers and professions, but they don't understand what it is to have personal development to build a business. And that's where we come in and we say, let's say, I don't know, you share a Les Brown video, you share Tony Robbins video. You're not letting them know it's personal development. Hey, here, I want you to hear this out. Let me know what you think about it. And we'll go from there. And then you teach them, you know what? Most of this path is going to be based on how you think about yourself and how you see yourself. These type of videos, you can find them on YouTube. I highly suggest, if you'd like, every morning or at night, go find yourself one, listen to it, because it's going to empower you to keep going. And you're going to have that self-doubt. You're going to have that self-talk. And it's really important to talk to people. Have them the proper expectations. Let them know, listen, this is simple, it's doable, but it's not easy. You're going to have moments of doubts. You're going to have days where you're going to want to quit 1,000 times before lunchtime. You're going to have days where you're going to feel like you're on the floor, everybody's kicking your face. When these days come, because they will, what type of leader you want me to be with you? Want me to leave you alone? You want me to send you some resources, or you want me to kick your butt? Hey, kick your butt in a nice way. Like, you go back and remind them, you said you got this big dream, because you should know it by now. You got this big dream. You want to take your family ahead. You want to be free. You want to fire your boss. You want to be able to take your family on vacay. You said that. You said it, not me. I have it here written. Make sure you write it down so you can kind of slap them with it. With love. Remind them, but have that talk, because not everybody likes to be, faced, and I'm going to confront you. Not everybody likes that. And if they want to be left alone, I love you. I respect you. I got to keep going. Next. They will finally either come back to you or just leave. And you have to understand that. You got to respect that. And I'm telling you this, it's a scar. It's not an open wound. I'm telling you this. I have scars. I have people who left my teams and signed up with cross lines. And at a point, I was kind of bummed out. I was like, man, I really suck as a leader. Like, it was all on me. I was just putting myself down. I was just, figuratively speaking, I was putting myself down, and moments of self-doubt. Then I said, wait a second. God is putting me on, all these big blessings, and I'm in grace and favor, and I'm meeting all these people all over. I'm not the problem. And I'll tell you what, I don't even know if he's here tonight, but I thank God for Dave. Dave has so much wisdom and so much understanding and patience, because to deal with me and bring things out, let him know what I was going through, like, so calm. Yeah, that happens. It's going to happen to everybody. And it's going to happen more. I'm like, damn, I didn't want that. But yeah. So I thank God for Dave, for each and one of you. You guys add so much to me, because even like back then in January, I was kind of like feeling down. Even last year, if it wasn't for you guys, the whole team, I told Jennifer I would have probably gave up last year. And, losing 2 legs of 7,000 points, I thought it was big. It wasn't big. People have lost way more than that. So I'm still here standing because I love your smiles. I love what you guys add to me. I love that you guys believe in me, and I can't stay still now. Now I got to pay you with my success and say, thank you, because you believed in me. Now I got to give back. So this is why I'm giving back. All right. So I hope you found some value on here tonight. If you did, let me know what you like the best. It was kind of scattered all over, but we finally got it.
No scatter. Lots of notes. Show your notes. That was great. Who loved it? Please give lots of love to this man that forced it all. And you are going to be, I can see when you're platinum, how much you're going to plan on those millionaires that you're going to make. So you just take what you got today and bring it to the court and play hard. So the one thing I want to make sure that everybody knows is that in this game, there's only 2 ways to do it. You can observe and be a cheerleader, or you can play the game. So with that, Omar, we're right on time. Let's close it. Let's open mics. Let me see if I can do this. So you can say hello to each other and greet. Ask all to unmute. There we go. Let's greet this gentleman who has given us this great training tonight.
Thank you, Omar.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Omar, you're all
Like Dave said, see you at the top. JT, thank you for being so active. I kept being like, wow, JT is on fire today. He's liking this, very active. So thank you for that, Omar. And it's good to see you.
Omar inspires me to be very, very active.
Very good, very good. So Jesus and Our Lady from Belize, who Mati, Cowinder, Anna, Sonia, Manuel, LD Foreman, Marisa, everybody. Lots of love. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Being patient.